Hi friends, let's look at how Democratic Party chart shows who they are. Whether it shows, uh, you know, what we know as Democratic Party. Uh, Whether it shows that I did the Republican Party one earlier. Now this is a Democratic Party one. Uh, uh, Democratic Party was formed on January 8, 1828, long time ago, and that is the chart we are using here. Uh, what a Vedic chart shows is a collective karma of all Democrats. That is good and the bad of all the Democrats. Democratic Party chart shows good karma and more bad karma compared to Republican Party. So this is what, when I did the Republican Party, they are more luckier. They have less bad karma compared to the compared to the Democratic Party. So Democratic Party has a little bit more bad karma. So this is what it is. And Vedic chart shows motherly love. Democratic Party is about love and caring kind of thing, because it belongs to Moon. Moon is mother. So motherly love, non-discriminatory. We know how mothers' qualities are, and the support less fortunate, and women freedom and party of the masses. So a lot of people are belong to the Democratic Party. Uh, Even the casually they identify as Democrats. That is what the chart shows. It's all about motherly love, and also similar to Republican Party, this chart also has a lot of conflicts showing up. The conflicts always bring easily avoidable losses and unnecessary obstacles. Uh, so if they keep away from the conflicts, they'll be much better off. Uh, Immigration issue also bring a really bad name for the Democratic Party. Uh, because the chart shows a lot of trouble relating to immigration, so they don't really have much of a control over it. So that is why that's one of the bad karma that shows up in there. And let's see who they are. Like to support less fortunate. We all the time Democratic Party try to support many people, and also discriminated groups. There are many discriminated groups in USA, and they always support Democratic Party. And they try to use, this is the problem with it, they try to use the government means. When you take the Republican Party, their government is a malefic, whereas this one is benefic. Only trouble with it is that this one is in the house of conflicts. So when it is in the house of conflicts, using government means to achieve these objectives of helping the less fortunate and other people, then it brings conflicts. Always leads to conflicts. So that is what it is, and also losses to the party. And it is very hard, considering it has a lot of bad karma. It is very hard to achieve these. You have to put a lot of effort to it. So in other words, you have to work much harder to achieve something compared to the Republican Party. Support come from the masses, whereas Republican Party support come from the businesses and all wealthy donors, because they have them in their chart clearly. Whereas this one has to depend on small donations, but there could be more wealthy people supporting this also, but comparatively Republican Party has much more wealthy supporters than this one. And also Democratic Party may look like not fiscally responsible. They would try to borrow money and help the less fortunate, or do whatever they want to do, or treat, help the environment and overspend. So hoping that it will lead to something better. But that is what it's all about in this chart showing up. And the blue collar jobs and the union support comes to the Democratic Party. Also may appear as care before work. Like Democratic Party, they try to help people, rather like not insisting on work. I would say not like that, but comparatively, the Republican Party always say you have to work. There are no free lunches here. So here they say, okay, let us help you. Let us help you. Whatever help that can be provided, is they will try to do this and support women and voting rights. This is definitely the Democratic Party. Women play a major role in the party because Venus shows up very prominently in this chart in the house of long-term partners. When it's like that, the number 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like that will be women. I mean, when I say one of them, at least, so we know 2 and 3 is in US right now is women, like vice president and the speaker. Of course, now she's changing, but Democratic Party will always have a place for women, and also prominently shows up that fact compared to Republican Party. Less party loyalty and conviction compared to Republican Party, they have a less party loyalty because Republicans will be going to vote no matter what, whereas Democrats are not that keen doing that because they are not that convinced, that this is what needs to be done. So that is what it is. Unhappy with the environmental issues. We know that all this climate change and all these troubles that we are having is, always, whereas Republican Party wants to help the businesses, whereas this one wants to help the environment. So it's a conflicting views, two different views. I mean, this is because they are scared of something happening in the environment, because there are two malefic planets in the environment house. So that is why sometimes it could be overly concerned too, but it's always good to help. And collective good karma leads to good periods, and a bad collective karma leads to bad periods. That is the principle. If you look at what periods to come for Democratic Party, time will go like this till October 2023. And thereafter 1 year is not going to be very good. It's going to be a really tough time. It's a depressive time for that. So this is not a good period for Democratic Party. And what can Democrats do? Implement less talk and more work policy. Like if they silently act and do whatever they have to get done without making a lot of noise, they will be able to get it done, because the planet of communications is in the house of conflicts. So all the time a lot of communications can go to conflicts. So that is what it shows up there. So if they do that, they will achieve more. And also help clergy, like in the Republican Party, that helps, particularly, and also animal shelters, particularly dogs, deal with immigration issue with compassion, but with some strict rules. So they will have some control over that, and they will not get the bad name continuously, because this issue is punishing, it shows a bad karma punishing with this issue. So if they can get a control of this issue, then at least they'll get, they'll not get that bad name any longer. So this is something that's probably ideally should have been achieved. I don't think anyone will look at this level of understanding in these matters, and is not meant to be, or this knowledge is not like that accepted or available like that. So it is not happening that way. I hope this provides some kind of a light into who the Democratic Party is. And if you have questions, please comment, and I will try to answer. Okay, all the best. Thank you.